What's up, people? My name is Lucky the Alchemist. Welcome to my channel, Woo World. This channel is all about knowledge of self, aka spiritual knowledge, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And today I'm going to be breaking down the Bible verse, Isaiah chapter 41, verse 8 to 20, because the Bible is not just a book. The Bible is a book about mind magic, and it should be interpreted for its metaphysical knowledge. So, let's get into it. I will open up rivers for them on the high plateaus. I will give them fountains of water in the valleys. I will fill the desert with pools of water. Rivers fed by springs will flow across the parched ground. I will plant trees in the barren desert: cedar, acacia, myrtle, olive, cypress, fir. I am doing this so all who see this miracle will understand what it means, that it is the Lord who has done it, the Holy One of Israel who created it. So let's break down the first line, and the first line says, I will open up rivers for them on high plateaus. High plateaus is a metaphor for the mind, for the restless mind. A restless mind is a mind that is cluttered with overthinking, worry, stress, controlling, analyzing, just trying to plan everything. And what this does, this accumulates into something called mental noise. So mental noise is when your life is just like, when you just, you just want to open your head, take out your brain, just throw it there on the side, because it's like, hey, you see here, it's just too much. And the remedy for mental noise is stillness. The definition of stillness is when the mind has little gaps from thinking. And these gaps in your mind, these create space for the river. And the river represents breakthroughs, aka those divine ideas, those solutions, those aha moments, those eureka, those ideas where you just think to yourself like, oh, but I got it now. We have to do this. That is the river, and that comes from the divine. It comes from Jehovah. So in order for God to help you, the first thing you must do is you must get still your mind. How you do this is through things like, meditation, by being in the present moment, and also by surrender. Surrender is saying, hey, Mudim, I've done what I can. The rest I'll leave up to you. So you do it. I'm giving you control. That's surrender. And the reason why stillness works is because when we are still, the ego loses its power because its voice fades away. And when the ego fades away, this is when spirit will come to you in the form of the river. I'll give you those ideas. You need a plan to make money. I'm going to give you a mastermind plan because I now have space to come into your life. Stop overthinking. Trust. Let go. The river does work. The line that follows is, I will give them fountains of water in the valleys. Valleys. A valley symbolizes the lowest points of human experience. So this can be mentally, emotionally, and also spiritually. So things like, grief, depression. When your life is tough, when life is not nice, you just say to yourself, I know, here I'm not happy about you. Because one of that low point activates the deepest part of you. And when it does that, it shatters your false self, and your real identity emerges like a fountain. And what puts you in those low points is those events in life. Have you ever felt so disrespected, so undervalued, so looked down upon, so people are nyatty, people see you, they look at you like, and just like, what? Me? Life is treating me like this. Not me, but this can't be my life. Those times where you just feel so I don't know what's the word. I don't want to say disrespected, but you just feel so and it's like, I can't stay the same. I am going to change my life. Here, there's going to be a change today, right now. When you take that decision to change your life, what's happening is that internally, is that an inner fire is now building up. The fountain is your soul's innate power coming alive. It's your soul saying, dog, you're living life like this. Don't you know who you are, bro? You are a piece of the divine. And for you to be living like this, I call it, nope, 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 no. No, no, no. I will fill the desert with pools of water. The desert represents a spiritual season of numbness, burnout, spiritual dryness. Life doesn't make you happy anymore. Playing like video games anymore doesn't excite you. Watching reality TV doesn't excite you. Going to the club, hanging out with your friends doesn't excite you anymore. You just feel dry. It feels bland. It feels like you are eating bottles with no salt. It's just like, and the reason why there's a desert is because the aim of the desert is to detox you. What should I say? Is to detox/strip you away of your external validation so that you can find source within. Pools represent sudden jolts of aliveness. Those moments where you hear an old childhood song and then nostalgia kicks in like brum, 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 and then you just feel, oh, I used to love this song. Like you feel alive again. You have a random conversation with a stranger and it leaves you feeling, pumped up, or like you have those laughs where it's like, it's soul watering. Where those laughs where you're just like, and you feel alive again. That is the pool. Those are pockets of grace from the divine saying, I'm still here, I'm still alive, you still got it. So we did desert pools, and then the next one is water, and water represents God's spiritual energy that charges your inner being / your soul. And what water does, it makes you feel energized, it makes you feel creative, it makes you feel inspired. Whenever you get a sudden urge to do something, creative, that is because you are being poured in with water. It's like, ooh, let me get a piece of paper and a pen, write something down. Let me get a coloring book, write something down. Let me write a song. Let me do something creative. That is water. That is the result of God pouring water inside of your being. Next line is, rivers fed by springs will flow across the parched ground. This means that no matter how boring, how inspired, how difficult, or how impossible life looks, there is always a hidden source of power inside of you. When it breaks through into your life, it turns your dry seasons into growth. So the parched ground, this represents the parts in your life that feel dead, but they're not dead. They are simply dormant. For example, you wanted to be a DJ in uni, but you started going to the corporate world and you feel like, oh wait, that's gone. You wanted to open your own business, but the way that the economy is looking and the competition that you have, you're just like, oh wait, I'm not gonna do this. You are no longer interested in love. Like whenever a cute person comes to you like, hey baby, what's up? You're just like, oh, get away. Because you don't believe in love anymore, because your heart is closed off. So we have parched and then we have spring. Spring represents God's spirit within you. You're eternal, undamaged, always connected to God. You are always connected to God. And if you are not connected to God, then you would be dead. And the way that the spring works is that it awakens from within and flows from inside out. So we got parched ground, then we got spring, and then from the spring we go into the river. The river represents your spirit flowing out as ideas, solutions, actions, love, peace, courage. Think of these as a spark, and the spark will then flow out into your actual life. And the thing about the river is that it doesn't flow in bursts. It flows steadily, calmly, smoothly. Stillness will help you again in this one. So the river is not an energy that you have to kind of find. It's more of an energy. It's an energy that you must uncover. And how you do that is with stillness and creative action, because with the combination of these two, it is going to then break the ground. And once the ground is broken, the river will then be allowed to flow. I will plant trees in the barren desert. Trees represent identity shifts, soul upgrades born from pain. Trees are the external proof of the visible and tangible results of the change that has happened inside of you. The desert burns away every identity that isn't connected with your potential. The result of this is that the desert becomes fertile soil for strength to grow. Because the pain that you have in your life, it has now become a forest of purpose. The reason why I say forest is, if you think of a forest, what primarily makes up a forest? Trees. We said once again, trees are what? Identity shifts, which are soul upgrades born from pain. So this is you, and this is the pain in your life. And for the only way for you to overcome this pain is by going through it. Once you're on that journey and you have now gone through the pain, it's no longer it's a thing of the past anymore. Your identity has shifted. This is because along the way you obtain strength, and this strength enhances your identity and it makes you a new person. Hence why we say identity shift, which represents the trees. The cedar tree grows in the desert of betrayal and abuse, which is pain. And what you obtain from this pain is unshakable strength. And how this manifests in real life is that you're now the person that you don't collapse under pressure, you stand tall no matter what. The acacia tree comes from the pain of loss and failure. The strength that you obtain from this is bounce back power. What broke you built you, and you can now rebuild stronger than before. The myrtle tree comes from the pain of anxiety and depression, and the strength that you obtain from this is you have wisdom and healing. The real life manifestation of this is that now you're in a position to guide others through their journey. So the olive tree, this comes from the pain of identity collapse, and the strength that you obtain from this is purpose from pain. So your darkest story became your calling. You simply shine by being you. And then the last three, we have cypress and fir, which comes from the pain of chronic suffering. And the strength that you obtain from this is that you get everlasting joy that doesn't quit. A real life manifestation of this is now, even in your darkest ways, I'm talking about the darkest times in your life, right? You still have hope, and that hope, it's like a light within you. It's this charming radiance that just comes from you. It's like, what on the dog? You don't have a car, you don't have a car, it's like you've downscaled and you're still happy, like you're still the same guy you would have been if you still had all these things. It's just like, how, bro, how? Because of the evergreen joy that you have. We're on the last one, and it goes like this. I'm doing this so all those who see the miracle will understand what it means, that it is the Lord who has done this, the Holy One of Israel who created it. The Holy One. The Holy One is not, when you mean the Holy One, we are not talking about an external being, a sky daddy. We are simply talking about the God presence that is inside of you. Israel represents the human side of us who struggles with life, doubt, purpose, questions about life, direction, pain, and overall is just trying to make sense of life. And we now go to the last part, who created it. This means our growth and healing were not accidental. They are intentional. They are a part of what God is creating through you. This helps us shift our focus completely from our efforts and place it entirely on spirits. So this whole line means that your spirit, aka the Holy One, empowers our Israel, aka our human self, to wrestle and win with life, because our spirit empowers us from the inside out. So this means our struggles do not equate to the absence of God, because our struggles are actually the very same arena where God shows his power to us. Your transformation wasn't a self-help upgrade. It was a divine creation. The same power that made the universe made you and is now alive within your being, and it is empowering you to wrestle with life and win. So yeah, people, thank you guys for tuning into this. If you guys want an in-depth version of this episode, then please go over to my podcast, Buckle Up Dorothy. The episode is going to be the same title of this. Thanks again for tuning into my channel, Woo Woo World. My name is Lucky the Alchemist. It's been a pleasure being of service to you, because we are the ancestors that have ushered in the new age consciousness. We are the generation that has changed the world. And remember, the revolution is the evolution of your consciousness. Sharp, sharp.